Hey everyone, it is week 4. I plan on doing videos much more often, and what ended up happening is I've probably been the least active of every single year I've done this. But here we are, week 4. I am 1-2. Last week was a heartbreaking week. Congrats again, Michael. That really could have gone either way, and up until Monday night, thought I had a chance until about, I think it was like the third quarter, and then you kind of just took it. But here we are. This week I face a team that was in the finals 2 of the last 3 years, is viewed as one of the teams that, at least preseason, was one of the teams that would be a favorite to be as a top 4 playoff team, and is also run by my brother. So this week I'm facing Peter, and what's interesting with this matchup is I am clearly viewed as the underdog, as the team that has a little chance, has to basically pull. The expectation is I'm going to lose this week. Whatever that margin is, doesn't matter, although I am losing out on my best player this week. Le'Veon Bell is on his bye week. I am missing out on my linebacker, one of my better ones, Mosley, and I'm missing out on Bosa, who has been pretty good for me, especially that week 1. Here's the things that's kind of ignored in this. Peter's team is not the same team as a few years ago. It's basically a 3-person team. You got Pat Mahomes, who, yes, he's been one of the best quarterbacks, or the best quarterback in the last year plus. He's got DeAndre Hopkins, who is arguably one of the top 3 wide receivers, and he's got Devontae Adams. Same thing applies. That's all he's really got. If you look at the rest of this team, I mean, I don't see why any of my guys can't perform just as well as his. And actually, what's interesting is the last 3 weeks, if I faced Peter, I'd be 2-1 right now, because I would have won week 2 when Peter's team didn't do that well, and I would have won last week when I put up 200 points and Peter's team, fully healthy, didn't even hit 190. Here's the thing that's also going to get ignored. I put up 200 points with Le'Veon Bell putting up a pedestrian 10-point day. Bosa put up a 1.5-point day. Mosley didn't even play. So I saw what Ray put down on the rundown. I have a history of beating up my division and then failing outside of it, which leads to me either just missing the playoffs or just squeaking by making the playoffs and then getting kicked out in the first round. That is the story of my team since I've owned it. But I feel very confident this week. I wouldn't even be surprised if Russell Wilson at this point performs better than Pat Mahomes. I'm that confident in how this is going to go down. Even though that sounds kind of ridiculous now that I say it. But wouldn't be surprised. What's the beauty of all this, honestly? I checked our matchup. This matchup ends in the 4 o'clock games. The Seahawks play in the 4 o'clock games. Peter will have the fun of rooting for his Seahawks to win, but then at the same time may see Tyler Lockett and Russell Wilson put his team to bed and give him the loss this week, bringing me to a nice, even 2-2. I'll see you guys all next week.